Whew. All right, guys. Welcome to another trading recap today. Day trading's risky. I recommend you don't trade because it's hard as fuck. And yeah, so hopefully this is not investment advice. Yada yada yada. I'm not your guru. I don't sell anything. I don't. Yeah, whatever. Trading's hard. Anyways, and very risky, and you're putting real money on the line, and everybody, including myself and people way better than me, are trying to take your money, including computers who have better access to the market than you or I do. Yada yada yada. All that aside, today was a little bit messy, a little bit emotional, kind of the culmination of an emotional week. One more day left. There's tomorrow. But I think this always happens when I start changing stuff around or start spending more time reviewing. I just cognitively get tired. And this is just one of those days where I was cognitively tired. It was a wild week already, up 7, down. I was like up 8, finished like a little under 8. On Monday, I was down 8 and then finished just around 3, minus 300. And then immediately down 500 yesterday to get back to 500. And today was started off. I bought right here. On the dip, I didn't have my recording on, but I bought right there, and I almost got caught in the halt down with 2,700 shares. You can see the amount of executions by sells I have there, and I got filled, thankfully, at 43, chunk by chunk. Thank you, Thinkorswim. Anyways, it was not that small of a loss. I think I got a lower fill on the entry than I was expecting to, and so I ended up being down maybe like 150 or something on that trade. Not a big deal. And yeah, so let's go to the other stuff. Let's see where my trades happened today. Let's just looking at Vulcan. This one was tricky. I could tell there were a lot of shorts coming in. It had been moving relatively recently. Let me check how recently it was moving. I don't know. I looked at the chart, and I remember trading it a couple days ago. Oh, yeah, it's this one. It's the one where the chart is, they've had so many splits, reverse splits, that you can barely even read the daily chart. I'm trying to get it to where I can click this button. Okay, that's fine. Nope, come on. Okay, this is annoying. Anyways, my screen keeps trying to tab into it. Fuck you. Okay, so they've had so many. This company is just ridiculous. They've raised so much money by diluting the share price that I can't even zoom in enough to see the thing. So what I end up doing on these types of stocks is I go down to a 4-hour chart just to see the recent price action, and it was popping like 15 days ago. Kind of had some attempts here, and then was grinding from yesterday. What was it? Close? Yeah. After the close last night, a little bit higher, but you can see it just gets sold into brutally. And honestly, overall, this just gets sold. So I was just like cautiously eyeing it. Main thing in my head when I see something like this, I'm just like, maybe a halt up, probably halt down. and it's going to be volatile and wild. But honestly, it just wasn't moving percentage-wise a whole bunch. It was only up maybe like 100, 200, 100%. Okay, so anyways, looking at this action over the last couple weeks, you see you got some levels here, and it already kind of tapped off this, and it was a high volume candle. And as we are opening, it's gearing up for a bunch of traders to be trapped. Going down into the 5-minute. Let's go look at this. Yeah, and so like you already have, it already makes an attempt high. Going over here, but sometimes these can go. Just a lot of price action there. Not a lot of volume. I did not notice that. Anyways, down to the 1 minute. These can give good bounces, catch a lot of people off guard because like the swings are so crazy. Yeah. Anyways, okay, put this back over here and readjust size and back at it. Let's get the video going. Okay. So I'm like, oh, let's see what happens. And it's just grinding up. What do you do in this situation? Do you take a trade for the break of 7? Maybe if you got cajones. Oh, and it gets smacked right back down. And so I'm just watching, not in the mood to get in a halt down again or almost halt down again. And so let's see where I actually take trades. KZIA, geared up over here. And I don't, what did I do? Oh, I took a dip, but I hit the bid, so it was a partial fill. And I canceled the rest of my order. And I'm just like letting it work, see if it bounces up. And I get $20 off of it. Yeehaw! Now trying again, as it looks strong. Oh, getting saucy, going in high. Looking for the super break of the 7, which it looks like it's trying to do now. But I was not cajones enough to trade that. And it also looks like it's hesitating now, so I would have been stopping out somewhere around here. KZIA focus is going back to that, which is over here, this window. It's off chart, and I am making this on the main since BDRX already halted down. One of the challenges that I have is figuring out the right stock to focus on, because sometimes these side names can give you great lower risk opportunities, and sometimes it can roast you, and sometimes you can just miss all the trading altogether by focusing on them. So it's trade-offs you gotta look at. A lot of times the side names are continuations, kind of like Vulcan, VLCN, whatever, Alcon Inc. Equity, the most worthless company in the world. And then Kazia Therapeutics over here. I don't even know if it had news, but I do know it was moving yesterday. So that's enough for me. There's some action there. And I get filled. Nicely. And I'm just like, yo, get me out. Get me out with a nice 5 cents. And I'm back to a little over break even, or a little under break even right there. And then I just keep kind of scalping through it. Let's see, where's the next place I can. Do you guys notice that on the tape? Look at that. Okay, so this has been for a while now, but whenever there's unless it's like a crazy, there's two things. Certain situations the bids work, but most of the times the bids get hunted down, and so okay, there it worked, after a long dip. But now there's going to be a bid that pops up right, I'm looking right here. Taking its time. Okay, right there. And then it just gets eaten. And it's a sell signal for the bots or whatever if some big gets popped up. Anyways, I guess if you're buying big, that might be a way to do it. Just expect to be red for a little bit and to put it on the bid and see what the market does. Because a lot of times it'll just get eaten up. Or you can just get trapped. I don't know. I don't trade like that. So here we go. We're still holding, but it's not above that bid. I usually don't trade it if it's not above the bid. That got eaten. But more bids are popping up. So now I'm getting interested again. And I'm like, okay, let's see if you can get a little dipperoni back lower, scare some people out. See if I can replace it. It's above ascending support there. All those can get broken really quickly. And I'm just watching. I'm like, yeah, where can I get in on the bid? I like that last trade. It was a quick $100, nice and easy. Or actually, it was more than $100. It was 2,700 shares. So, 140 or something, 30. And it's not giving another dip. It's hesitating. Now it's usually going to go up, and it keeps creeping up, so it makes the price less interesting. And then it goes into 25, and usually those can get reversed pretty hard, but it keeps holding. And so it's just like, what do I do here? Click, 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 click. Buy right there. Oh, and then now it's hesitating, and then bids are coming, or offers are coming on. Oh, it just gets hard, and then now you would be down the same amount. And then into 19, it looked obvious, and then it is not obvious how to trade it. And so, best entry, let's see if I can get it. Be right. Oh, now it's back up. It's so annoying, right? Because you would have stopped out right here. Pock. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Okay, but do you get an opportunity to exit because you would be in at 25, and then now you're still high risk because it's hesitating. It's not just ripping. Below 25, what do you do? I'd probably be stopping out at 24 right there, and then it would pop back up. Yeah, these are hard. These are hard to trade. You gotta wait for a nice little clear out. I mean, you don't have to. I don't know, there's many ways to trade. Many different people trade differently. Today I'm just very rambly. I think all the caffeine. Caffeine and working out, baby. It's what keeps me sane here. And then it's back up. And I'm like, I have no faith, so I'm just getting like 1 cent cuts on it with the size, and so it's like whatever. And then 1.3, can I get a pot? Pop. And I'm going to get filled too high on this, and it's probably going to reverse. Oh, no, it goes all the way up. Goes up to ascending. If you were to draw a line from here to here to here, ascending resistance and into a halt up, and that would have been a nice 8-cent winner. I would have loved that. That would have got me green nicely early, but I waited too long. So anyways, it's halted up. BDRX is just floundering. Vulcan's halted down. Thank God I only traded with thank God I only got filled with 200 shares. Anyways, let's fast forward to the next trade. BSFC. This was another gapper that this is the thing too. Companies, you start to recognize like how they trade or tickers, and I just remember BSFC just not being that accommodating. Some trade very funny, like they'll trade a little bit differently. And just like if there's one thing, I've sat in front of this computer for long enough to where I can kind of recognize that stuff. Anyways, I'm only taking 1,000 shares on it. It doesn't look that great to me. There's a lot of volume. I don't even know what the chart looks like. Let's see if I can pull it up here. BSF. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, this is something. Okay. So by the time I'm trading it, it's kind of making this curl move. Get these blurs out of my way. It's kind of like over in this area, kind of making this curl move, and I'm like, maybe there's a little opportunity here. It's popping up. I'm like, if it gets a lot of volume, maybe it pops up, pops up to this pivot or something, or above, or like catches fire. But a lot of traders were over here, and then if you're caught on this, then and you don't sell, you're probably underwater and you're just waiting for it to unload, or you traded it before and you're holding a bag and you're waiting for it to unload, or you're some other entity that's just waiting to unload because it looks like they already did. It's the daily and the informative. Yeah, it pops up, fail. Anything else? Pop up, next day fail. Pop up, high volume fail. That's annoying. I hate. Okay, nice. Yeah, high volume. Yeah, it's kind of, it's another one of those. Look how high the price goes. If you go back, some of your reverse splits, raising that capital. Wow, if you had $8,000 here, you would have zero today. Anyways, put this nonsense back, and let's continue on. Let's see if I can break through. Ooh. What is going on in the market? Okay, so this one's halted up. BSFC, yeah, and this is another sign that like I'm trying to get tricky with it. I'm trying to do bit buys because I don't trust it a lot. Just waiting for a flush out. I don't know what happens. Let's see. Oh, market. Do I even trade it? I don't know. I think I just ignore it and focus back on KZIA. Vulcan's back up. Who cares? This is all the uninteresting stuff. Oh yeah, and then I size down on KZIA because it's halting and I don't have cojones to trade size when it's around halts, mainly because my emotions get affected when I lose a decent amount, and then my trading gets affected. Something I'm working on, trading a little bit better, like as my accuracy improves, but my accuracy has been dog poopy with halts. Anyways, so it's up here, 38. Let's watch the halt open just for educational. Oh, there we go. It's hesitating, holding, buck. You'd buy right there, maybe. Oh, big offer, and then now it's dipping. So you cut, and then it's holding still, and then it's above buy. But then it's at 50, and then now it's at below, and then it's like, what do you do here? It's like, do you cut? Do you hold? Oh, you're now underwater on that second position you bought. So hard. And then holding, but not going. Yeah, it's like, what do you do? It's holding again. Now it's the dip, lower, and then halt down. So if you're holding on that, you would have been roasted if you stopped out. But okay, so now look at it. So I usually will not trade if it has a risk of halting down, just because There's nothing more fun than sitting down a decent amount for 5 minutes as you get up and walk away and just kick yourself for buying something that had halt down potential that you knew. Like, I'll get caught in halt downs only if it's unexpected, usually. Uh, and in that case, I'm still kicking myself, trying to figure out how I like make things up of how I should have known, looking at the charts and whatever. Um, but this obviously, 1 minute out of a halt, testing halt low, I probably would not buy uh, this, even though it bounced off the halt low for a false halt, even though it's a continuation name. It's just, at the moment, I just don't need to. That's not really where I make my money. If I did, it would be with maybe 500 shares, which would be a $500, $600 position or whatever. Maybe $800, which is nothing. You know, what's, I don't know, 10% on $800, maybe like $80 or something if you lose that amount. Anyways, let's see what happens. It's foreshadowing this move, which just totally reverses, and then you're just like, wow, it's back up there. Now here might be an interesting place to buy. So 43, you click in, and it's hesitating. So you're just like, I think I'm gonna get roasted on another spike, just totally faked out. But shorts are probably also like, and shorts can hammer it again because it's not short sale restriction. Yeah, even SSRs like longs usually hammer it at these spots too. But anyways, so like let's say you're holding at 43. Oh, it just starts creeping up hesitatingly. Looks really sketchy. I'm just like sitting there watching it. I'm like, I can't take any of this stuff. Just can't justify it. And then wow, taps that halt. Okay. Taps the halt high. Oh, beautiful. Okay, where can I unload now? Let's see the halt move, go up to 160, and now I'm like really paying attention. Now I think I'm gonna start trading it. I'm not a super fast trader either. I usually like to spend a little time watching it, so these aren't really my setups. I'm still looking at buy the bid. I'm definitely not going to get filled in a good spot. The problem with buying the bid is if you're buying into strength and you get filled on the bid, or if I get filled on the bid in a strong area, it tends to mean it's weak. And so it tends to keep going lower. And I don't know if market makers see that I put an order on the bid and then they just push it even lower. Just like, you know, shake a trader out. But this is a situation where I'm just trying to be tricky and not get slippage. And, you know, I'm thinking, hey, maybe if I get like, 1,000 shares on the dip, I don't know, we'll see. I don't remember what I did here. Okay, so it's going down. And then I don't take it. Yeah. Okay. I'm like, this is a lot of information. It's hesitating too. I'm still looking for more dips. But it's kind of holding. It's kind of holding above the $0.50. Could it keep holding? Could it keep holding? Oh, I buy in. Actually, I finally commit to something, and then I'm like, all the way down. Totally reversed that candle. And now it's back in that place where it got shot down at the halt low. I buy another bit. This time I get a decent fill. And I stop out 47, make 30 bucks, whatever. I'm trading with small size here. Yeah. Ooh, and the tape is accelerating. Something's gonna happen. And I don't think it's gonna be good for longs. I wonder who can hold through this stuff. Who has the cojones to hold through this stuff? Especially like that, with candles like that, and it's just like progressing lower on the 1 minute. And that big high volume, even though it's green, it's like a whatever that's called in chartist terminology. That big green high volume candle just no, and then we're like, let's go top that halt low. You can maybe buy the dip because the dip got bought before, but I wouldn't do it. Oh, and I'm like, oh, look at that. I sized up too. Daddy's getting brave. Oh, man, I should have been recording my reviews the whole time. This is kind of fun. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, it looks like it might be basing out there. Giving it a second, giving it a second, giving it a second. Oh, and it's progressing lower still, so I'm probably feet off the gas, hands off the gas, fingers off the gas. Oh, and I buy it. No way. I can't believe I bought that. That's such a bad position to buy. In my book. I don't know. Usually, yeah. And I'm like sketching out on it too because I know it's bad, but it's the only thing moving. And because it's the only thing moving, in my mind, I'm like, it has potential. It has potential. It does. It can go. It really can go. But it's honestly not a great setup. I'm just not necessarily bored, but I'm like, I saw it bounce off the halt, but it's kind of chasing the halt down now. Multiple times tapping it. Jeez. And it's a decent amount. I would have been down, I don't know. It would probably open a decent amount lower. I think got a little bounce there. Got a little bounce. Got a little bounce. Oh, and then I buy late. I didn't want to buy into the fear. I buy into the bounce. And at least I get full break even when I hesitated. That's the thing I've been noticing is like when the market is actually in a decently strong area, the fills are just fantastic on market orders on stocks that are moving. Oh, and I just keep chasing it higher without making much progress. Didn't have the cojones to hold in that. Yeah. They should call me chicken shit trader. Mainly because I just don't have a track record to back up taking a lot of size. And I trade in such sketchy positions because trading quickly in sketchy positions work, and trading quickly in non-sketchy positions doesn't tend to work that well. Oh, cool. Check this out. Look at this volume comparison. Got a low fill there. I think I moved the stock lower with my order, but at least I can get caught on the hop down. Yeah, got in at 45, 35. Stop it. Okay, so my cursor is down near the bottom left. Look down near the bottom left. There is I got filled at 135, and then or the 134.99, and my exit was 132. The offer was like 34, 33 or whatever. Got some nice slippage on that when I hit the bid. That is a sign that the market is going against you. Because if the market were stronger, your order would probably get filled up by some in-between spread action. Anyways, our good friend Vulcan is trying to make another shot. I'm just like, So I still have 700 shares queued up over here. Feeling ballsy today. I don't know. Let's see what else I do. Oh, back on KZIA. That didn't die. Didn't do anything over here. Did not halt down. But it is chasing halt level. Makes a new low in the 5-minute. Makes another green candle. I'm like, what could it do? I keep thinking for like 1.6, 175. And nice return of the KZIA. I was going to say the MAC. Oh, yeah. Look at this. It goes so high, and I buy at the highs, and I know I am, so I stop out quickly. Then I'm just going to chop myself around up here, I think. Deck. Maybe I can get to 150. Ooh, that'd be nice. Let's see how it goes. Ooh, setting up for a failure, though. If it keeps going lower, this would be a strong short setup. However, if it holds like that, closed and held, it might signal some longs. I don't know. Okay, so I'm back in there, but it's hesitating. Another fun thing is when I buy and immediately it's like below my buy price, kind of like a call and response, I don't tend to hang around because I have found recently, at least, and mind you, especially in sketchy areas, that these have been garbaccio. All right. One of the biggest problems, that's an exaggeration. One problem I have is I live on the West Coast and I wake up around this time, around 6, so it gives me like a half an hour, and a lot of times I have to go to the bathroom, both 1 and 2. Oh, gross, I'm sorry. Around the time everything just starts heating up, I think it's something about the stress, just like pushing everything out. And so I find myself dipping away from the computer and coming back to stuff just having moved. And so a lot of times I try to hold it, but, it distracts me. Anyways. Oh, keep taking trades. It looks like it's holding here. Whatever. Now it's not holding. I don't do much else on this, and especially as it's going lower. Durka. Yeah, I doubt any of these are meaningful. Yeah, let's catch it for 1.4. Nice. 37? No. I gotta get back in. Let's go 38. Get it. Click in. Oh, I get filled high, and I'm gonna get reversed here, I think. Yeah. Clock out. And I'm still watching. All right, I'm bored with that one because this is not that main action. It doesn't end up going anywhere meaningful. It just kind of grinds around like that. I make okay money on those. The action the big action. Okay, MLGO was a huge runner. What day was that? Let's give you an example. Yeah, okay, so here we go. MLGO has just been on this grind downward after this massive day, this massive spike on not so much volume, and just kind of jerk, 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 jerk. And a nice ground over. Anyways, this guy's so far low. Speaking of which, I'm pretty sure this is going to go tomorrow. I'm going to throw this up on a chart. Yeah. Okay. And so when this popped up, it was recent enough to where I knew traders would recognize the name and kind of just get going on it. Yeah. So the only problem is that I think I was kind of late. Did I trade it at all over here? Yeah, I think I was looking at it. Got another one of those 200 share fills. And let's see if I can pinpoint it. Oh, I just remember. I think I ate my lunch here. Oh, I'm like, oh, there's the fancy squiggly line. And I'm going to try to get in on a nice little dippers. But it's a volatile name, so I'm going to try to get on be hit. Bip, 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 bippity bop, bippity bop, bippity bop. Let's see where I get filled. Okay, I put a bit out there. And I get filled a little bit, I cancel it, and it just goes all the way through, and then I hit the bid. And then I think I was irritated there because it was a stupid amount of money to lose. Not like a lot, just like an annoying amount on the small half portion of shares. I think too much about that. Whatever. Okay, so I keep looking. It doesn't end up going. But the interesting one was over here, where it's just kind of like holding lower, kind of like pivoting lower here, and I'm watching it for a trade, and here I'm just gonna let it play, but I have to go pee. So enjoy that. All right. Okay, so now it's approaching here, and I'm like, where do I buy? Because it looks like it's kind of getting, and then it starts breaking through. Like there's some buy orders going through, but I'm like waiting for another dip, maybe down to like 5, and it just keeps going. And then something weird happens here. My quotes on my level 2 in my chart didn't match. They're different providers. One is from DOS and the other one's from TD. And usually it's when one lags, it is actually the DOS. But it's just annoying, and I don't like trading with that level 2. And so I don't think I trade it right here because that is sketchy to me. And if I lost, when it was sketchy, I think I would be really mad at myself. Um, yeah, the theme is me getting irritated just with everything. That's why I work out to quell that. Anyways, and then it's just like, wow, okay, now it keeps going. Where do I get in? Do I get in now? Maybe a test below 25. Let's see, 27. And yeah, and then that's when I'm resetting my level 2 quotes because I'm like, I need level 2. And I'm thinking it's going to chop around a little bit before it actually goes. But what ends up happening is this. Just keeps grinding. And I'm like, okay, we're at 50, 44, 40, and it's just like already up there. And now I'm wanting to buy the bid, and now I feel like I'm late, and I was running into ascending, like some random ascending line, and then it's like, okay, what do you do? Waiting for a dip, I would buy it on a little bit of a mini reversal for a little bounce, but it's hard for me to take a breakout here, even though it's not a terrible one. And I get filled high. Oh, see, that's annoying. Okay. I end up being, I think, the trader that moves the stock price. And it's never fun to be the trader that moves the stock price. Because when I'm looking at a stock and when the price on the offer says 550, I'm trying to get in at 550. I'm not trying to get in at 564. Annoying. Uh, Annoying plus risk. Intermingled, right? Anyways, expectations were missed. I was almost about to cut it at I was about to cut it right when it went in, but okay, yeah, okay. So watch this. I hit it. Oh no, I didn't hit it. Wait, did I hit it? Yeah, because look, the price is right there. My order hits the market, and it's just not filling. Doesn't fill until it pops up. So for these, I think an adjustment I would have made because it was kind of like it felt a little bit like trading underwater. Actually, I can't even say that because I didn't know how I was trading until I got to that point. But it would have been better to anticipate it when it was under, like, okay, when it got to 46, 47, right there, it would have been better to hit it right there, maybe get filled at 49. It was a strong green candle, low volume, and then just like realize it might get like reverse. You might be stopping out at 35, but that's okay. It would have just been a whatever loss, not even a big deal, $70. But up to here, this happens, and I hit the button right, yeah, right there. Oh no, I am totally wrong, man. This whole thing's lagging. Anyways, it seemed like I was the person who moved the stock, but in fact, I'm looking at the tape right here, and someone gets it above 52, this trader right here, whoever order that was, 52, 52, 52. And then my order, I think it does skip, but it's on the chart, it looks like, I don't know, it all kind of happened simultaneously. It felt like I moved it. Anyways, filled high, waited a second, and it got back above my entry price. I got filled at it, and it was a nice profit. Yay. And when I said nice profit, it's a nice profit relative to how much I thought I was going to lose on that trade. And 575, now it's a level. I'm like, what do I do here? What do I do? Do I jump back in? Clickety clack? I don't know. I think these can, yeah, look at that. Maybe clack clack right there. I would be underwater right here, looking to get out. Okay. And then it's going over. Can I get to 70? Oh boy, baby girl. Oh, but just keeps getting sold into. And then that would be a sign for me to look to bail out, maybe at 70, 75. Again, with another small win relative to risk. Then you have this candle formed right here. Something that I was noting for today, I flow in and out of trading well and trading poorly. But when I trade well, I tend to focus on the chart more, and then to level 2 for entries and exits. Note, so chart focus till execution time, because level 2 phantoms are a thing. Hey, what can we do? These computers are smart. They know you are trying to jump in and jump out. Fucking hair trigger, pin, whatever. And it just is what it is. So that's just a note for tomorrow. Friday. All right. Yar. And now this is where, the other thing is this high volume candle here. What I'm thinking is it's going to keep pumping high volume. The only problem is the clearance that it made from this recent high is not that much. And I don't know if I'm acknowledging that or just taking it into the calculation. So this is more just like a high volume with lots of shorts in it, or lots of, I can't say it's shorts for sure, I don't know, but there is more transactions happening in this candle right here than in this candle, and they're about the same size. So all that's telling me is it moved the same amount, more transactions happened, so there's more buyers and there's more sellers in this transaction. And if it can hold above it, great, but we'll see what it does here. If not, some people are going to be winning and some people are going to be losing, and when the losers are going to have to unwind, it's a high volume candle and it's just going to have to go. So it really helped me to like think about the basics of like what it actually means, instead of like extrapolating to like, oh, I know this person is here, or like shorts are here. All I know is there are sellers. That's all I know. It could be a big long, selling in. It could be a big short. It's almost preferable if they are shorts. As annoying as they are, they have to unwind at some point. If it's a long trader that is unloading at that level, he does not have to buy back, and therefore the price doesn't get supported at a lower level. In theory, right? I don't know. Think about it for yourself. See if it makes sense. But in theory, that's what I think in my head. Market conjecture. Anyways, this video is going to go long today. Sweet. not football season. Okay, let's see. Tries to go high. I'm like, can I take a break to 6? Let's see what happens. It's like hesitating. Like I'm waiting for the break to 6. A little bit of a signal right there, right? It's another higher volume candle. This time it's smaller. It's a smaller high volume candle. And for the chartists out there, for anybody looking at the charts, it's a hammer. It's a hammer candle. Anyways. And I'm like, okay, so my thought on this order entry, let me back it up and see exactly where I get in, but is at the $0.50. And I'm like, okay, I'm doing it on the bid because I know putting orders market in this situation is sort of ridiculous. The spread's big enough. And I think there's going to be enough sell pressure, and I think it's going to recover. Well, I'm going to cancel it, and then now I'm like, okay, it's below 50. It's kind of going through this ascending support, although it didn't respect it at all before. It's kind of going into the 20 SMA, which is just an indicator that I find is relatively consistent. And it's kind of just going down and really going down. And so like that's when I think I get in. No, I'll cancel that order too. Oh, I tried getting, okay. So I don't get filled. Here's where I made the mistake. I'm learning too. Okay, here's where I made the mistake. I had excellent entry, potentially. Very good patience on this dip. And it goes down. I can tell it's going down. I can tell it's going down because it keeps breaking lows. That's usually the sign that, this shit ain't strong. Low after low after low, especially when they're small, not crazy micro lows. If I were a long trader and I had a long position in it already, I'd be like, every micro low is just like a pin in the chest. It's like, and the stress level is going up. If I was a short trader, I'd be looking for a breakdown, adding to my position that I most likely got into for the anticipation above the high reversal, which happens all the time. Anyways, so where I fucked up was this. I hit the bid. I hit buy the bid at 31. I have an order there on the bid, and it does not get filled. Market responds quickly to my order, which happens occasionally. And let's see what's crack-a-lackin'. And then it pops up to the 40s, and then I'm like, oh, this is gonna reverse. And so I canceled that order, and I hit a market order at 42. And then this is kind of what I was talking about. I hit it at 42, almost in lockstep response. It goes down to 41, kind of like a micro trap. And were it in a stronger position, I doubt I would have held it anyways. But micro trap here. Let's watch it again. I top ticket. Top ticking is never great. It just means it's highly competitive with computers. So 42, orders going through, it's not moving. And then I hit order 2. And almost immediately, it goes down to 41. And I'm like, oh, give it a sec. And it's just like, burp, and it starts creeping down. Oh, and I did not even cut fast enough. Do I cut there? No. Do I cut there? No. I'm holding. So what I said, okay, I'm like, yes, it's back up. Oh, and then no. And then now orders are popping up, and I'm like, there it is. There's my cut. There's my cut order going through. Do I get slippage on it? Is that what happens? No, no slippage. Actually, do some fill, and it just falls apart. And it falls apart, and it falls apart, but it closes green, and I'm thinking bounce back. Okay, so that was the first one. So I gotta write a note here. Micro top tick reversals are cuts usually. I don't know. That's vague. I don't know if that's actionable. It probably isn't. It's probably going to chop me around. I'm probably going to ignore it. It's fine. Okay. So this 5-minute candle is about to close. I'm looking to take another position because now, whoa, I do take another position. That is an irritated position take. Okay. So now I jump in, and again, I'm irritated. This is not a setup that I like. Problem with these is I know better. Okay, let's look at it. So it's pops high, totally reversed, and it creeps lower on the 1 minute, but it's into kind of this kind of support, and I think it's going to hold. That's my theory. And I think it does actually, but I'm pretty sure I don't have cojones to hold through the inevitable chop that it has to take before that happens. And I would have been much better off buying the bottom of the chop. I think it's going to like start reversing and like rocking into 3.5. I think it has to test 3.5. That's my theory, but my execution on it is pretty poor. I buy back here. It was a creep lower. Bear signal. Okay, and I get filled mid thing, which means there's a lot of sellers in there. Pops up for a second. Okay, what's happening? Oh, and then I'm like, I gotta cut it. And I'm like, oh. And keeps going lower. And creeps lower one more time. This is obnoxious. Yeah, look at that order. That's 200 share short there. And you can tell it's short because, okay, it's at 28. Market's thin. And you are, okay, so it's boom. It instantly hits down. Okay, now I don't know if that's short right there. All I know is someone tried hitting the bid with a, a limit, a marketable limit order. And it holds for a second, but now steps down one, which means the marketable limit, the limit is farther down. This is in my head what's happening, and I could be mildly wrong, could be, but I'm pretty sure this is how the order works. Maybe like the limit is at 20 or 19, like the limit to this order. Because like if you're putting 20,000 shares short, you don't want to get filled at, let's say, 492 because it moves the market against you, so you'll have a limit, right? And then it goes down to 22. Just go down to 21. Yep. Click, 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 click. Oh, and then he pulls the order. The shit doesn't get filled. Or actually, it might have got it filled. Yeah, totally gets filled. Anyways, click, 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 click. Someone just has some quick execution and buys it all up off the offer. Right there. They buy it all up instantly. That I'm pretty sure was some like Lightspeed type shit, like the broker Lightspeed. Anyways, I don't know if I could actually pull that off with Thinkorswim. It's too clunky. It's too slow. When you send the order, it sends it out to all the market makers, which front run you, and you really have to rely on just sheer volume of other people in the stock pushing the price and equivalent opposite ways to get fills decently, not like this where you can kind of jump in very quickly. Anyways, all that aside, there's a short that's filled at 21. And now they're just like, ooh, ooh. And I jump back in, same spot. And I'm green there for a second. I'm even green there just for a second though. But I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's go 350, 550. Opportunity to take a little profit. I'm like, nah, we chilling. And let's see what happens. It's struggling. I cut it. Break even. I'm sad because it ends up going right there. Really sad, actually. Because that was my whole thesis. It was right. I cut on the hesitation, which was fine. It was an emotional day. Yeah. By there, it hesitated, and I was like, no. Then I got filled high on the. I just keep jumping in. And now, I think that's the one that got me. I got filled at 47, immediately cut it when the bid dropped out to 31. And then that's I think that was super annoying. I traded a little bit more, probably lost a little bit, but not super meaningful. I only lost like 150, 170 or something. Let's talk about NEXI. That's the next stock, the next and final stock. This one ends up, yeah, look at me in my morning gear, dressed in black with my shades on. Oh, you can't see it here. Woo-hoo. Anyways, now let's talk NEXI. So NEXI, I had already traded it. I went from wherever I was at to decently up, like 300. Then I lost it. I don't know if I lose it on video here, but I traded it quite a bit, quite aggressively, quite loosely. But it was the name that called for it. My size was accurate, and most of my fills were good. And it was very tradable, super tradable. And so that led me to keep trading it. And then here, what I am looking at is it was kind of hovering down here. These were some daily levels. I forgot exactly what I did. I think this was popping up and I didn't remark out the charts. Let me see if I can see it here. NEXI. Which levels are these? Because I know that's not accurate. Okay, yeah, 471. Yep, 471 was the 200 SMA, and then 577 was the 200 EMA, and then I had this level up here. I marked it green, which is usually the 200 SMA for me. Oh, but what was it? It was 647. Yeah, around like 630, 647. Okay, 632. It was just like a pivot. And it was a daily kind of like pivot where it jerked up and around, up and around and down. Okay, so this, from experience of having seen this all the time, I knew it was the first reattempt, and it's probably not going to go for, but it'll probably have a couple of scalpable opportunities coming into here. Let me see if I can get some more light right now as the sun is off my computers. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Plus it's noon. I'm like, let's see if it just keeps going south. I'm not sure on it at this point. I'm looking for a dip, maybe below 5, to like take another trade off this kind of like low trend line there, and I think that's the trade I take. But I take a lot of trades, so I'm not sure. I end up trading quite a bit on this. I already have 10 trades in the books there. Actually 11. And let's see what I got. I'm poised at this point. I'm like, yeah, baby. It had already made this run down, holding lower. I'm thinking shorts are thinking like it's going to the depths. They're going to be able to come for a nice profit, but it's kind of like a pattern interrupt now. And I think they're questioning life and might be trying to stop out around VWAP. And I want to see if it holds after flushing. But no, it starts going up. It doesn't even flush. And I'm like, crikey. Yep. Crikey is the main word. In my mind, I wanted it to dip first, then go. I thought it would be stronger if it did. But now it goes, and now the cautionary tail on the go and then possibly dip is that that'll be a pretty weak signal. Whereas if it dips first, usually you can manage your risk better than like it going up, you buying and then it dipping, because then it's just that much more to the depths if it actually does fail. Like if it actually fails going down and you buy low, it's annoying. You can get caught in a hole down. It's life, right? Trading, but at least you bought low. If you buy high, then it goes into a halt, which happened yesterday. Actually, it happened earlier today. Oh, I don't even have that on video, I don't think. Oh, that would be so good to put on video. Anyways, I saved the most money today not trading LCFY, because it popped up. It looked like it was going to the 200, and like it was encountering some resistance, and then just immediately halted down like $2 lower. I was only going to trade it with like 300 shares, but that would have been a very expensive stop out, and that I made the most money not doing that today. It's funny to think about it like that. Anyways, so now I'm chasing, which it's already at 550, and I'm like, all right, donkey. What are we going to do? What are we going to do with you? And now looking for some sort of justification in the buy button, honestly. So frustrating. Even though it looked good, I wanted it to dip first. Now it's just like hesitating under a significant level. And I want to take it at 25 now, maybe. So that's what I would be thinking. Give me a dip to 25. There we go. I'm still looking at it. It's still dipping too. So that's the other thing. Now I think it has to fall apart. No? Not falling apart? Buy. Hindsight me saying buy right there. And that would be in around 25. I'd be hesitating. I'd be cutting maybe right there. Waiting for another dip. Buying back in, right? Oh, that'd be nasty buying higher. Because it doesn't even look like it's going. No, I wouldn't buy there. But now I might buy there. Now it's building out buy. Okay, so I'm at 32. What happens here? Oh, sellers lining up. Looks like it's gonna have a little reversal. I have to cut right there. I just have to. There's no choice. You just take the L. And keep it small. You can always jump back in. And it just keeps creeping lower. A couple sellers line up. Could be hidden sellers or iceberg low orders. Oh, and then it just goes lower. It goes lower. Now I'm thinking 5 again because I didn't get 5 last time. Actually, I'm just being patient, right? Man, I don't even take a trade on this. At least not here. I think I took trades on this part as it was going up into 20. Let's see what happens. Yeah, here we go. Very patient, very good. Nicely done. Nicely done. I think I'm so thinking highly of myself now, and it's so falling apart. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna buy right now. Gonna buy right here. Boom, buy right there. Kind of stays in the money. Oh, but I'm like, I can't risk it. Halting down. It's looking bearish. It's under the 20. Keeps going down. It's been a wily name. Buy back in the same position. And I'm a little bit in the money. No, I'm not even in the money on the bid. Okay, look. I'm like, yes. Come on, bounce. Bounce and rip. And I close out break even, so I get confident, but it keeps getting lower. This is annoying. This is where I start to lose it. I think I lose like a couple $100 here. Bad choices, eh? It's hesitating. And right there is where I should have ignored it for a minute. Oh, I get filled high. No, I impulse in high. Different. I get filled high. It already moved, and then I impulse in, thinking it's just going to turn. But it stalls. I'm in that same position, that 484 position. And now, kind of finger crossing that some whale comes in and just bounces the stock higher. But a couple things that I would say is this candle may moves. It may moves lower on higher volume. It's also in a kind of progression here. It's also this one candle tested high to 50 and is totally reversed. So all these traders have to unload as well if they're long traders, supposedly. And now I just give it all back. And I take my stance right there. It's from 85 to 72, 71. I'm just like, okay. Now I'm kind of just like, well, maybe this descending trend line gets, hit, but I keep forgetting about life and how life never goes how most people expect it to. That's the interesting thing. And what happens here? It just keeps going. Do I buy? Now I'm thinking maybe below 57. Maybe I can get a dip there. And at some point, I do step away, but I'm not down enough to like really make me stop. I'm not down. I'm still like up like $100, 150 on the day or some crap like that. And then I take this trade. No, not this one. It's like hesitating, but it's the problem is on these creeps lower with no. Actually, I gotta write a note. Reminder, because it's not a new thing. Do not trade creep lower, especially Yeah, and this is the other thing that I noticed post progression trading here is that this worked. The creep lower worked here on this kind of shallow creep above the 20 SMA, and I was kind of trying to get the same thing here in this area to work. And I was thinking, oh, it's going into this level where like these it got stopped before, um, but the it could be like some significance where there's an algorithm switch on or some traders switch on or traders just give up where it's below the 20 and below the 20 SMA, and it's progressing lower and the volume's red, and so there's so much going against it that even though there is a support, it's not in a bullish enough position to justify these trades, because it has a high risk of unwinding. So I'm thinking that I'm nimble enough that I can get in and get out if it doesn't work, but I think I'm overestimating my abilities here, and the 5 minute is about to close with a high volume green being totally engulfed with a solid red, and I'm thinking that I can catch a little cut back up to 5. It's a cheap cut. It's a cheap cut. It's a cheap cut. It's actually a negative cut. And while it could have happened, it's a dumb, dangerous, cheap cut. Anyways, hindsight is 30/30, and I take that. What is that? That's another one. 61.52, or 461 to 452 is my fill price down there. You can kind of see it there when I'm not moving the mouse. The video. Come on. Why is it not? Okay, there we go. Yeah, 461, 462, bottom left corner. And then now it goes way low, and I'm like, oh, and I think I was down to like $14 on the day, or like slightly red. And so it goes up 300 to totally red, and I'm just like, ah! It was very emotional. It's just been a turbulent week and just volatile, swingy week. Normally, I'm Mr. Boring, and I can consistently get up around 3 to 5 and walk away. This week, I was like up 7, down 8. I talked about this earlier, but it's like whatever. And look at this progression. It's just progressing. Anyways, we're going to watch this. And look at this. It keeps going. Oh, but it's kind of holding. And then I'm pretty sure I walk away, drink coffee, try to like go for a walk or some crap. And then kind of holding sideways. I'm checking back what's going on here. What's going on? Nothing's going on. I'm like, do I take a trade on CYN? And I think I took a trade with 100 shares. Yeah, right there is meaningless. I think I was trying to test hotkeys, which are not working at the moment. I have to talk to Das and see about the functionality. But then this happens. And this is the first sign. And it's like, okay, that pop happens. And I'm watching it. I'm like, what's happening? It doesn't get reversed. It kind of starts creeping. It keeps creeping. And I don't really trade it because it's like in no man's land down here. And I'm like, the other thing is it's like 1 o'clock's about to close. And that there's a lot of volatility that happens at the close of the hour. And I'm like, all right, I got to give it a second before I dump in, and it's already gone 50 cents higher, and yada yada yada, and I'm already red on the day, whatever. And then it's been a long review, but here we go. All right, 438. What do we do? Waiting for that dip. Let's get that nice dip. I think this is one I was waiting for 25. Let's get to 25. Come on, baby. This is super. I'm giving it space. Like if it keeps dipping, I'm not going to buy. It's only if it like gives me a little hesitation, and I think I can get in and get out without getting hurt. But again, it's not giving it to me. Oh, it's so annoying. How do I handle it this time? Do I start buying breakouts? Let's see. I took so many trades on this, I don't remember. This is going to be film for me. All right, I know it's looking bullish. I'm thinking it might reverse hard here, and I'm waiting for it to try to reverse hard. I want to try to reverse hard. Let's see what happens. Oh, but it doesn't, and I'm not even ready, and I'm not even looking to buy, and it just starts going, and then it's already at the oh my gosh, and then it's breaking through levels or breaking into levels, not quite through totally. And now I'm like, what's going on? Now I'm looking for a dip at 50. And now it's gone about 60 cents without me buying it really. And now it's into that level. And now I'm like, man, this thing can go. And super dangerous. That's why I'm not buying it. And it can move quickly when it wants to. But this is the start of a promising relationship between my scared scalping and there we go. Okay, so now it's doing what I wanted to. Now it's pulling back. This is where I see if it really has the metal. It's a bearish signal, and now it's back above. And I'm like, oh, it's kind of holding here. I'm going to have to jump back in. I'm scared, super scared. It's a breakout. It's getting high volume. It's halfway through a 5-minute close after the 1 o'clock closes. I don't know. Might totally reverse here. Start taking some taste tests. I'm ready. And this is where there are only a couple points in the market where intuition entries don't get shorted. Where it's like you see something going in one direction and you're like, oh, it's going to go in one direction. That's usually where market makers step out of the way. Or actually, I don't even know. But I just know that they're limited. And when they are available, I kind of just try to trade them pretty quickly and aggressively. And so I'm still waiting. It's a red candle. I'm waiting for it to resolve. And then I'm just like, poop. Okay. Bought kind of high there. I'm going to stop out right there. But it keeps going above. Oh, I got a great fill on that. And I'm going to stop out right there. Nice fill. And then I think I checked my P&L, back to green, maybe back up 100 or whatever. All right. Now it's in that level. That level's the 200 SMA. It's 200 EMA and SMA. Both kind of get respected. 200 SMA more on bio stocks and 200 EMA more on these like kind of random stocks. But they both get looked at. So now it's back down. I'm like, what do I do here? Do I get in? It's holding-ish. It's holding-ish. I'm waiting for a lower fill. But it's not going to give it to me. That's okay. That's okay because I already know from watching this stock that it can move and it can really catch people off sides. And so you just go with the MLGO. Yeah, and then see, it's kind of just popped up. It's like, is it a fake out? I don't know. I'm waiting. Super patient. I like how patient I am on this. And I'm unsure, which is life. You're always unsure trading. Could be the best trade, could be a halt, could be a dud, could be a nice another stop out. The best thing that you can do is best thing that I can do is try to get a good position without waiting for it to fall apart. Totally. I think. What's going on here? Now I'm like, okay, yeah, now it's flashing around. Nobody's sure anymore. Longs aren't sure, shorts aren't sure. And it's at a level, and so now I'm just like, let's go with it. Looking for 6. Take a small cut right there, or scalp right there. Looking for 6 still. I'm like, okay, it's probably gonna break, and I'm like, oh, probably gonna test once, pull back, waiting for that pullback. But this is a very highly risky area. It's the first time back to the VWAP. I kind of got roasted on this yesterday in this same setup. I forgot PVPR, I think it was, but no, it's pretty strong. Okay, pop. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful little cut. Okay, now it's like, will it come back and give me a chance to get back in at a decent price? And when I say decent price, I want under 4. I want under 4, and I'm still trading it because not that I'm a psychopath, but not that I love pain, but because it's one of those times where I recognize I had the capability and the market opened up in the favor of instinctive trading. And I don't have to think super hard about it. And in fact, the more I thought about it, the more I missed. And so I'm like, crikey. Perfect. Okay, so now it's coming back down. Okay, boom, get it. The kind of indicator is like when I keep getting rewarded for trades, I keep trading. And once I stop getting rewarded, I tend to stop trading as aggressively. And I'm waiting for it to see if it just totally reverses because that's a bearish candle. And oh, and I get cut. That was a nice 10-cent loss. And it looks like, yeah, there's a short trying to get in. And I'm trying to take the other side of that trade now. Oh, and again, I take 2 cuts. And it's like I was back up around 3, and now I'm back down. And I'm like, all right, it's probably done. Oh, no, I'm still on it. Let's go. I think once it starts hitting 92, 95, I'm going to get back in. Yeah, I'm not super buy the dip in this situation because this dip could keep dipping. Yeah, like that. Oh, nice buy. Nice buy. Nice. And then get out, and it keeps going. And then I'm like, okay, well, keep going. Ooh. Buy. Oh, that would be 10 cents higher than I wanted to add, actually. Could have held a little bit longer on that one because it just kept moving. Being patient. Wow, look, it's down to 8. And I'm scared away. Yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm excited, but I gotta stay focused. And that's the hardest thing to do with these because you get excited. And it's excitement and focus. You need a level of tension, a level of attention at the thing, but you need a level of ready to take the foot off the gas at any second. I think Ross talks a lot about that. Yeah. It's like you're kind of sensing what's going on in the market. And right now, nobody's sure. They're like, is it going to reverse here? This is a big, looks like it's probably going to be a big reversal candle. The 10-minute is about to close right there. That's why I have a clock right there. Oh, this is stressful. Okay. It's mid of day. It's 1 o'clock later in the afternoon. It's like, who's trading? Like, is it just going to totally get reversed? Like, the shorts, looking like they're stepping in right there. Or sellers, somebody. Yeah. See, like, I'm even focused closer on the screen now. Okay, I'm in at 90. Wow, that was a good entry. And a couple of these I just do really well on. To be fair, I also did poorly on a couple. Okay, yeah, I got that. Just hesitating. Like, can the bid get up? Can the offer get up? Can I keep going? Cut it. Bow, bow, bow. Then it's back to 90. So it's also very responsive. I feel like my orders are pushing it around. Either that or I'm very in tune and I'm doing it at the same time everybody else doing the same stuff is, and we're pushing it around cumulatively. But I have a feeling that like it does respond to like orders. Oh, it looks like a 90. Yeah, someone tried to stop it out there. 8,000 shares. All right. Anyways, it's hesitating. I wanna let it try to die. Let it try to die. Let it die. Let it die. This all looks bad to me. This candle looks like it's finishing the move. It's already ran into all that. The only thing that's good is the 1 minute volume. Even though you have this huge candle right here. Okay. That's back down, back up, back down. The spread is about 10 cents. I'm thinking maybe dump down to 450, but that probably would be a halt down. I probably shouldn't take it because it would be perishing off a candle, but we'll see what happens. This is just one of those times where the sky's open, basically, and nobody's sure what's happening or what they want to happen or how to play it. Like, it's just people are not sure. They know what they want to happen. They want it to go. Like, I want it to go down. I think shorts want it to go down. I think other long traders want to go to the moon. But they're not. They're cautious about it. I'm just like, yeah, go down and hold down, hold down, and see. Ooh, it's just uncertainty at its best. Like, it looks bearish on 1 minute now. Looks like it's gonna dump, and then it starts doing stuff like this, and I'm like, okay, I'll take a little tester. I might lose on it. Oh, it keeps going. Could have had it right there, really. Could have been a ballsy ad, but I could have had it. Just getting little cuts, huh? Cool. Well, chops. What are the positive of cut is? Drink a lot of tea. I probably should go pee again. Okay, I'm gonna pause it for a second. Lots of liquid. Okay. All right. And this is where I make a decent amount of money, I think. Not on one trade, just on a couple trades. This keeps going up. Look at how this is about to close. 13. Yeah. Okay, give it a test low. Give it a test low. No test low. You want to keep going. Oh, and then wow. I don't even get that. But it's just like, whoa. Does it get reversed? Does it get reversed? I want it in there. Oh, nice fill. And it's above my level. And I cut it super soon because it is sketchy. It could get totally reversed. And oh, there's a big bid. Hit it. Just hit it. 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 I already know how it turns out, so that's why I'm saying that. If I were in it real time, I'd be like, I don't know. Usually those bids get reversed. What's going to happen now? Looks like it's kind of against resistance here. Looks like shorts are trying to pile in. What's happening? Good thing I didn't hit it out. It was stopping out for a loss right there. But I didn't get, and I'm just like, what do I do now? Yeah, there we go. Gets eaten. Gets eaten. Holds. Nope. Fails. Okay, but it's back above again. I'm just like, whoa, and now it's way high. Now it's into the 200, and now I'm like, I can't even take it. It's so high now. And then I'm just like, scheisse. What about 6? Is it gonna hit 6? Probably. And then it bids way low. What do I do? Oh, nice little retrace right there. Get it. Nice. And it's scary, and it's hesitating, and it's probably gonna fail. And I'm like, alright. So I get out. I hit it again, and I get out. And this is where I like lose back to $200. I was thinking I was up 4. And I cut it at a loss again, I think. Yeah. Boom. Yeah, that was a nice loss. That was like a 15-20 cent loss. All right. But I'm focused on it now. I'm hyped. I'm like, this thing can move. This can surprise people. If it doesn't halt down, I'm thinking up. I'd say if it doesn't halt down, definitely could right here. Just totally rational. And it's a closing a new 5-minute candle. And I'm like not even thinking properly. And it's below 50 now. Jump in. Oh, I'd be stopping out right there. Yeah. Good thing I was patient and did not jump in. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, oh. And it keeps going lower. Okay. Okay, I'm like, this is probably going to fail right here. I think it's going to fail. Oh, but then it's back up. Which way are you going to go, George? Which way are you going to go? I got to stand up. I'm raising my standing desk up for this one. This is just too much. Alright, so I'm still looking at it. I think because the volume was low down here and it didn't hold down, it's still holding. Boy. Okay. It's holding in a nice fake out position right under 55. And it's SSR, short sale restriction. Ooh. Oh, baby. I'm going to stop out again. Take another L. That's a tricky one. See, even though it's a green candle, I'm thinking lower because it's progressing lower. I don't really care too much about the candles. I care more about the volume and the direction that they're closing in, or the direction that they're making progress in. Progress matters more than candle color, although candle color can influence stuff, like whatever. Anyways, that's what I look at. People look at different stuff. A million different ways to day trade. I'm like, come on. And I'm like, what are you gonna do? Basically, it's like there's fire, or not fire. There is explosives, and traders are chucking matches at the explosives, trying to get it to explode in the way that they want to explode. They want it to explode, or to get it to or to catch the explosion in the right way. I don't know if they can influence it that way. I think I'm pretty sure you can negatively influence a stock. Positively influencing a stock does happen sometimes on accident, but I would really count on market makers taking the opposite side of your trade and moving it against you if that's the way you're thinking of trading. Really hard. Anyways, so I'm at 48, and I cut it again. L after L after L. I think I was up like $400. I go back down to like 200. Just like, and for those of you out there, like you see like all like the big traders on YouTube, and they make a ton of money. To give you context, $400 is a decent day for me, like pretty decent. Anyways, like a meaningful amount. So I'm just like, especially after this week. Anyways, yeah, it's just hesitating. So right there. It's gonna go down. I have to cut it right here. No, I don't cut it. Interesting. Interesting. I don't cut it. Oh wow, now I'm leaving 75. But I cut it. I looked at my P&L. Take time off to do that. And it goes back down. Okay. Wow, it goes way down. Now I really think it's failing there. When does it go? I'm stepping off a little bit from it. Definitely stepping off now. But it keeps holding. And out right there somewhere. Oh, I'm gonna try for the break there. It's not a break point. Oh, nice. Nice. Okay, I got a little bit on that. Okay. Now this could get hairy in a good way. I mean, it's breaking this micro downtrend. It's kind of not. I'm looking for a nice reversal here, but it's not. I don't think it's going to reverse. It's just going to keep going higher, and then I'm just going to keep applying the momentum. Oh, I almost get roasted there. Bid adjust. And then it goes back up, and I get back in. Interesting. Oh, I get so high, and I'm like, yes, give me the monies. And then now I'm thinking double top here, but I think it surprises everybody in just a second. It's going for high day. Oh, it just keeps holding. Just keeps holding. I'm just getting aggressive now. I never get aggressive. And it feels good, like I'm back in the saddle, like it's back 2021 before March. It feels like it's back 2020. Oh boy. Okay. High volume green, probably gonna get reversed. I'm like, alright, fine. I hope I don't take any trades yet. Oh, now I think it's going. Yeah. Oh, boom. And I'm out. I get a little win there. Nice fill. And then now just does the tap dance. Tap dances against that level. Goes down. Do I take the trade down here? Should. Yep, right there. Oh, and now I'm waiting for the bid to come up. And I tap dance it. Boom. Okay, one more. Oh no, I miss it. And I'm in. I cannot believe I got in on that. Oh, I got such a bad fill too. I got filled at 24 and I exited immediately. I was like fumbling everything there. And then I'm so excited. And then I try to click back and I click into that. Oh, lucky exit. And that might have been my high point of the day. I think I'll lose a little bit of money after this. I don't know what happens. I'm still aggressive on it. I know it could be doing a fake right here, so I just wait too long. It's going. It's creeping. It's creeping for breaky. Pop. Oh, I would have taken that. We got roasted. Let's go for a second try maybe. Pop right there. I think it goes. No? Yeah? 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 Oh, if I were holding here, I'd be crapping myself. Oh, definitely would be exiting right there. And then when it does this, I'd be probably for that break again. Right there. Puck. Oh, exiting. And then I would have lost. And I'd be getting in right there again. Oh, exiting. And oh, beautimous. That's a beautiful trade. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I think at one point I was up like 670 or something. Definitely get most of that back. Or not most of that, but like down below 5. This is high water mark, right? Click in there. No. I'm like, no, I can't take it. Hitting just above 7. Oh, boy. This was a trade. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. This was a day. This was a stock. This was a stock to trade, and I traded it all right. Whoever got out of the way to make this tradable for me, thank you. Yeah, yeah, that's a nice obtuse signal right there. Doing this thing right there, huh? Huh? What if I have markers? No. I don't think it has markers. Anyways, but anyway, right here, this high volume thing, great signal of please have caution. Like I start taking a step back here, even though on the backside I start. Yeah, I take a few trades, lose some money. Same thing as before, actually. Okay, what happened here? Oh, this was the one. Okay, so this is where I lost money. I jump in, 604. And it's kind of like popping up. It keeps trying to pop above 615, and it never does. And I keep trading it on the wrong side, too high, trying to trade for breakouts. And it just keeps getting sold into. And I end up going back down to 3 something or 2. I end up getting back up to 4, whatever. And then I traded a little bit up there. I make a little back. Anyways, that was about the excitement of the day. I traded a little there. Really watching this closely for any little micro opportunity I can grab while understanding that I'm probably going to go lower, and then that's about the day. What a day. What a day. Actually, speaking of that, I'm going to cut that to just the end there for my highlight reel. I started doing a thing where I'm very hard on myself, usually. That's like my default. And um, and I've started making a tape of my best trades going forward. And so okay, perfect. This is literally just the highlight reel. I know I did poorly down there. I don't even see it. This is just for the highlights. That was for the highlights. Just for the highlights. Okay. Anyways, that's the day today. Peace. Thanks for watching this long if you did.